Hello everyone, and today I'd like to talk about the clash of civilizations. Uh, let's talk about the article. The author is Samuel Phillips Huntington and it published in Foreign Affairs in New York. The publishing date is the summer 1993. Let's have a look on the author. It's an American nationality, was the White House coordinator of security planning, began teaching at Harvard University at age 23. Other well-known works are Political Order in Changing Societies, The Third Wave, Who Are We, and Imagination. An article main points are the next pattern on conflict, the nature of civilizations, why civilians will clash, the four lines between civilizations, the torn countries, the Confucian Islamic connections, and implementation of the West. The pattern of conflict. The evolution of human conflict. Princes and monarchs expanding their territories, wars between nations from French Revolution until the First World War, conflict between ideologies in New World era after the end of the Cold War. The next pattern of a conflict is in the politics and civilizations. The people and government of non-Western civilizations no longer remain the object of history as target of Western colonialism, but step up to the plate to join the West as movers and shapers of history. Let's have a look at 8 main civilizations: Western civilization, Confucian civilization, Japanese civilization, Islamic, Hindi, Slavic Orthodox, Latin American civilization, and African civilization. These civilizations have differences, and these differences can easily produce conflicts. Globalization, weakening in the nation state as a term of self-identification and the replace of this idea by religion. The westernization and the increase of economic regionalism. There are two main battlefronts why civilizations will clash. It's a micro level and a macro one. The fault lines between civilizations. The political and economical boundaries of Cold War got replaced from the fault lines between civilizations. The West became more dependent on the Gulf countries for its energy. In the Arab world, the attempt at the Western to influence them have caused anti-Western political forces. The cultural between differences between Japan and USA and racism between also causes economic and cultural conflicts. Civilization relating the king country syndrome. The king country syndrome is replacing political ideology and traditional balance of power as the principles basics for cooperation and coalitions. In 1991 and 1992, many people were alarmed by the possibility of violent conflict between Russia and Ukraine over the territory uh, of Crimea and Black Sea Fleet, nuclear weapons and economic issues. If civilization is what counts, however, the likelihood of violence between Ukraine and Russia should be low. The torn countries, the leaders of these countries typically wish to make their countries members of the West, but the history, culture and traditions of their countries non-Western. The torn countries are Turkey, Mexico and Russia. Let's talk about Confucian Islamic connections. The Western country forged connections between them to help them defend themselves against the Western world. Rise of military power from the Confucian Islamic countries and the reduce of it in Western countries. We now see China, Pakistan, Israel, India, North Korea and Iran with Iraq trying to modernize their military equipment and exchanging military parts between them. A Confucian Islamic military connections have thus came into being designed to promote acquisitions by its members for the weapons and weapon technologies needed to counter the military power of the West. It was my presentation. Thank you for your attention.